Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to my reading room. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I last posted. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I did finally finish a book. It's finished only one book during November. I finished that around 10:30 last evening, and so I'll show you. It right now. That's the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. This is a second book in the Robert Langdon series, and I thought for my about this book, it's in it. Okay, there's the curator of the Louvre Museum in France, the big art museum, is murdered there at the museum. It was after hours, and he pulled a picture, and he manages to live long enough to pull down a picture and go further down in the big alley where the Mona Lisa and the real famous stuff there are at, and he goes, but he leaves a message using his own blood and a symbol, and it was because he knew it would be a little bit. He lived long enough to do that, and the police arrived just a little bit after that, and he did some cryptic code, and I'm going to put this down. I can't keep holding it. Well, anyway, he goes down. But he leaves a message. First of all, he goes into that area and pulls the painting off the wall so a security gate will go down. And he goes further down, and he leaves a message. It's a cryptic message that he meant for the French cryptologist Sophie Nouveau. I think that's what it is, the name she's using. Well, and he did the message cryptic, and he did it with his own blood, and because he was bleeding to death. He was shot after he got the bars down. He was shot by an albino. And he leaves a message to find Robert Langdon, who was just happened to be in Paris at the time, doing some. He was in Paris doing some lectures there at a school, at a college, and they come wake him up in the middle of the night, the police do, and they don't tell him, but he's pretty much being well, he was their chief suspect for the murder of this curator. Well, anyway, while they are talking with him down there, Sophie Nouveau came in, and they hadn't called her. They sent a picture, a copy of the picture to the cryptology department, and these ones are the equivalent of the FBI for the police that are there and stuff. And well, anyway, and and so Sophie Nouveau comes in there. They has and she was saying something she knows with the code left there, but they thought she was just joking around. And well, anyway, so they tell her to leave, but she, instead of leaving, she snuck down into the women's room, or actually before they told her to leave, she tells Robert London that the U.S. Embassy wants to speak with them, and she hands him the phone. She tells him the number and stuff to call, and some other stuff. And actually, what she sent, it was a message that she had recorded for him to hear, to let them know that okay, they're suspecting him of murder and everything, and they where she knows that the message was meant to be sent by her, and so a little bit, and Robert, after she takes the phone, they're still grilling him some, and he has said that he needs to use the restroom, which is further down the hall, and they have a tracker on him that he doesn't know about in his suit coat. And well, anyway, after he went into the men's room, Sophie knocked on the door and came in, and she told him about everything going on, and she shows him that that's in his coat, that tracker, and she throws it out into that. She puts it in a bar of soap and throws it out into a truck driving by. It lands in a truck at a stoplight, and the police start following it, and so she could sneak him out. And from there on, the two of them are wanted for the murder, and there's a lot more clues and stuff to solve other than that, and I'll leave that for you to read. One thing I indifferent on this one. It's not a like or a real dislike. It's the thing is on here. It's there's a lot of pretty much anti-Christian messages in it, where in the first one it slightly with Lincoln's beliefs. This one, it's so full of it that I just kept telling myself to that it's only fiction and stuff. So, and because I am a Christian, also I know some people that are won't even wouldn't put it down around that the first time they talk about some of that stuff. But like they mentioned a little bit in the first book, which I read, finished like in October, which is Angels and Demons, and I'm hoping that Dan Brown's not an atheist or agnostic or anything, and but we'll see, because I'll be starting to read the next book this month, which is The Lost Symbol, which is the third book in the Robert Langdon series, and so I'll be able to I'll find out after I get from reading this, because was about ready to put the book down there, as I said, but I just kept reminding myself that it's fiction. So, but I'm going to give myself a few days, maybe up to a week before I start that, because I didn't really get any ebooks. There were several days in the month where my migraines just weren't letting me read, so I hope I'll do better this month, and I'm hoping to be able to get I'm reading 3 ebooks, and I hope to get them all done this month, hopefully. The first one is The Firm of Girdlestone. I'm a good ways into that. It's by Arthur Conan Doyle, and it takes Girdlestone is the Firm of Girdlestone is like a commodities company or something like that. They deal in commodities, by the way it's looking to me. Well, anyway, but after a ship of theirs goes down, they're starting to do pouring and stuff, and they make the president of it and his son are scheming, or the owner of it and his son are scheming something to help and get them back up, but doesn't and that's around all the further I am right now, and so I'll that's the book that I'm going to be working on now, and because you might remember that I was going to restart the next book. I'm going to show you that I was going to restart it last month, but I never did because I screwed up on my Nook and it lost a page I was at. So, and that book is Little Women by Louisa Alcott. That's in I call them collections. Some people call them bind-ups I know are omnibuses or anthologies. But this is one of the books, 25 Great Novels, Volume 2, which is on from Smashbooks, but it's one I got for free, if I remember right, and so because all the stories are in the public domain, so I'm restarting it, and then the other one, I'm using the same video as I did last month. I didn't get started on this either. This is I actually ebook it, not an audio book. It's The Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. This book is it's a reread for me, so it qualifies for what I think it's Remember December or something like that, for rereading her books. So that counts for that, and so that's all the books I have to show you right now. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Okay, so the Firm of Girdlestone is I'm reading on my Kindle, and both Little Women and Journey to the Center of the Earth I'm reading on my Nook, like 3. I was. You probably say, why? Okay, last month you were saying you were reading Little Women on your Nook Color. Well, my Nook Color, yes, it still works, but I'm going to be starting a new project the first of the year, which I'll be using this for reading the books for it, and that's I cleared all the stuff off of all the books off of there, so because it's a project involving the public domain books. It's pretty much restarting when I had something I was doing in the past, but I'm figuring it a little different. So that's and I'll tell you more about it later in the month. So that's all. That's what I have right into what I'm going to read. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.